Alright, so what you're going to see now is a few clips of basically people approaching feminists on a good few, like, you know, how they do their rants and their parades and stuff, and basically get asked why they're doing it for a logical answer, and you can see how many just jump on the bandwagon for the attention, just because they would like to complain and stuff like that. You know, there's always something to offend a feminist, but they don't like hearing other people's, obviously, opinions and stuff, so they will spout out all their crap, which you'll see, and as soon as they're questioning this shit, they ain't got anything to come back with at all, and it just makes them look even more like retarded than they are. But I think it's always America. I'm from UK, and holy crap, we don't see anything like this. We might have it in London a bit, but the level it is at in America is, you know, beyond craziness. So it's bad, but it makes America look like a fucking joke. They always go on about all the Trump hating, and they ask, why'd you hate him for this? And why'd you hate him and that? Because they'd be like, oh, he's done this, he's done that, but he hadn't actually done any of that. Obviously, they just make it up for something to say. But anyway, watch the videos. Let me know what you think. Obviously, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you later. Bye.
Hispanics not leaving America, so now we have to make them leave forcibly. That's what Trump wants.
So you're against Trump because you think he's going to put people in concentration camps in the U.S.?
I think so. I love my Hispanic brothers.
Have you ever looked at the news or anything?
Huh?
Have you ever looked at anything?
I mean, a little bit, but I'm like on my own shit now, bro. Like, fuck Trump.
He hates animals. Human rights are animal rights because humans are animals. If you fight for human rights and you don't fight for animal rights, you're being a speciesist. And that's just the fact of the matter.
Very cool. Speciesist. That makes sense.
He's the first president in like 145 years to not have a dog companion. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that people that don't like dogs are bad people, but I'm just saying it's like caring towards animals is a good trait to have in a human. You know,
he's got a lot on his plate. Having a dog, and that's a lot. I mean,
we're trying to fight against him. That's the kind of animal abuse that he thinks should be private information because those individuals deserve their privacy. Users.
Who did you vote for?
I didn't vote.
Meanwhile.
Oh shit! What is that?
The lady in red is dancing with me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not a man.
I'm not a man. Fuck you.
I'm a fucking woman.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not a man. I'm a fucking woman. Fucking respect that. I'm a fucking woman.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Don't call me a man. I'm not at this school. I won't go to jail for a fucking. Hey man, relax. Oh. Hey, why do you destroy a property, man? I don't believe in property.
Oh, okay. Don't buy it. It wasn't fair.
I don't believe in property.
So if I grab your shirt, it's okay, right?
You're not see who's lying to you, don't buy it.
Really? Because then you're attacking me.
Chill. Like, smoke some weed. It's 420. You didn't have to do that.
You don't have to be so heavy.
I didn't have to do that, but I find your fucking ideology disgusting.
Inevitability of your own demise. Do not buy it. Not be
I'm proud to be called disgusting by a fucking fascist.
You're a fascist. Me.
You're with the BCR,
You're
aren't you?
oppressing a person of color right now.
Yeah,
Relax.
sure I am.
You guys want to blaze? Intersectionality.
Bigots are not welcome here. Racist, sexist, bigots are not welcome here. Bigots are not welcome here. Bigots are not welcome here.
Sucks! Trump sucks! You suck! This
ugly old bitch should stop blowing a whistle.
When you can't debate on facts, you go with a personal attack. So what does he do? He calls the lady an ugly, fat bitch.
Misogynist! Misogynist!
We called him a misogynist. He could not come back from that.
Who did you vote for?
Shut up.
Who did you vote for?
Shut up. I'm not answering your stupid questions, you Trump idiot.
Who did you vote for?
I am a non-voter.
He's a non-voter! He didn't even vote! What are we mad about?
Everything.
What do you think his most... what's the issue that you're protesting that you don't like about him?
Everything.
Just tell me something now. Just tell me something.
The environment, the parks, healthcare. I mean, where do you start?
I mean, healthcare, he kind of inherited a major issue and he's doing his best to fix it. That was a tough thing before it even started. The anti-fascist movement is the most fascist movement in America.
How is that movement fascist?
I mean, they're trying to stop free speech. Anyone who doesn't agree with them, they don't allow to speak. It's either their way or the highway. There's no political discourse. There's not two sides.
You're right. That is fascism. No, I don't know Antifa as a group, so I can't say if they're doing that or not. I just heard of them recently, but that would be fascist if they're doing that. However, the Trump is doing that.
How? What's something that he's done that you want to talk about that you hate it completely, that you think is messed up that he's doing?
Gender is not a disease. This is not my opinion. This is facts from the World Health Organization and the American Psychologists Association. Just like gay people don't have a disease. Fact number 2, rich kids stay rich, poor kids stay poor. Out of 1,800 billionaires in the world, 12 of them are black. Where you come from, where you grow up, how much your parents earn, whether your parents were married plays a major role in determining where your
is there a question mark at the end?
Fact number 3, I would just like to remind you that hate speech is not free speech.
Yes, it is.
And my question is, since facts don't care about your feelings, why did you use false facts?
Okay, so none of the facts that I used are false. First of all, yes. No, okay, first of all, would you like the answer? Okay, so the 3 facts you mentioned, you talked about transgenderism. First of all, until 5 minutes ago, the DSM specifically defined transgenderism as a disorder. It defined it as gender identity disorder, now calls it gender dysmorphia, which doesn't even make sense. It says that depression is the actual problem, not the actual gender disorder, which again does not explain why the transgender suicide rate is upward of 40%, and the actual suicide rate for the rest of the American population is lower than 3%. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you talked about income inequality, and you suggested that all wealth is inherited. This is nonsense. According to the IRS statistics, if you are born into the bottom 20% of wage earners in the United States, you will not be one of the bottom 20% of wage earners in the United States. 90% of people will not be within 15 years. There's tremendous wage mobility in the United States of America. Plus, there is not a group of people who just sit at the very top and stay there. People move up and down, in and out of the 1%. 1% just defines the line of income. It doesn't define the people who are in that 1% of income. I've been in the 1%, I've been out of the 1%. It will happen to lots of people. People who are older tend to be more likely to be in the 1%. They weren't once in the 1%. What happened? Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, you say hate speech is not free speech. It depends how you define hate speech. The only speech that is not free speech is speech that overtly defends or pushes violence. Specifically, speech that is generating violence, right? That's the only type of speech that's not hate speech. If I say things you don't like, that's not hate speech. And if you think that it is hate speech, you're a fascist. End of story.
How the fuck you gonna start with me? I'm a heavyweight in this game. You just spar with me. You get laced down from your face down. Drop this shit. Niggas thought MOP.
What group do you guys represent?
We're just a bunch of random punk anarchists.
So what is it about this protest that is troubling for you guys?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Well, this guy, he has nothing to say because all he does is push people around. But I'm just wondering what you guys are here for. What are you counter-protesting? No? Don't speak English? I guess not.
I laugh at English.
Okay. And you can't tell me what you're here protesting? Why not? Well, don't you? You're here. You're representing a cause, obviously. Can't you tell me what cause you're representing?
Well, you just showed up.
So who can I talk to? Who's willing to tell me what you guys are all about? Or is everyone just a mute? No one knows how to speak here. Huh? That's the problem. It's getting hot, so you guys are gonna melt. So back to Snowflake Land. Let's go. Back to Snowflake Land.
You're hurting his feelings.
Back to Snowflake Land. It's getting hot. You guys are gonna melt.
Can you please just like shut the fuck up?
Why?
Because you're being offensive.
Who am I being offensive to?
You're being offensive.
How am I being offensive?
You're repeating yourself.
You're being offensive. I asked you questions that you don't want to answer.
Let's go.
Just move along.
You have nothing to protest.
I'm blocking you.
Yeah, see you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Who am I being offensive to? I asked you some questions. You couldn't
Dude,
answer
you
them.
just kept
Then you got
repeating
pissed
yourself.
off. You got pissed off
Yeah,
because you
because
had no argument. No,
because-
because you had no argument.
Don't cut me off and think that you're smart about it.
I'm not trying to cut you
You're
off.
such
I'm
an
asking.
asshole, dude. You were just going off about how this is like, you know, snowflakes. I don't need your policing. Leave me alone, please, AJ. Don't associate me with the group. Just take the hat. Take the forms.
Okay. So,
You are being derisive and aggressive
How am I
and an
being aggressive?
asshole.
I'm talking to you. Are my
laid it
words
out.
hurting you?
No, man. It was to everybody else. I'm offended on other people's
Did I
behalf.
touch anyone? Did I physically assault anyone?
That's not what
I
it's
said
about.
a bunch of words.
It's about your attitude.
Do you guys get hurt by words? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You guys cry over words?
You are.
Well, it's not a
being
safe
an
space. This is the
asshole.
real world. Not everything you hear is gonna, please you. And not everything is gonna be music to your little ears. You're compromising now. Uh-oh. You're compromising the George Soros money. Come on. Come on. Goodbye. Goodbye, snowflakes. See you later. Go melt somewhere else.
Chauvinists and sexists and misogynists and 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 chauvinists